Goofy ass. Look at this. He's still fucking so tired, which is crazy to me. She's such a tired little pupper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm getting the side eye right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boredom is about to set in. Oh, boredom is setting in. Nope. Okay, let's
Media
watch
news
this
of the last decade,
while I
Tucker
deal with
Carlson
this.
has been fired from Fox News. What lay behind this? So a few different theories. Theory number one is that Tucker was basically ousted as a consequence of the Dominion lawsuit. This is the theory of the Washington Post. The Washington Post says Carlson's private messages were among hundreds of internal communications made public in the course of the Dominion lawsuit that caused angst and embarrassment for Fox and heightened the company's legal jeopardy. Fox ultimately agreed to pay Dominion $800 million or so. Among other comments, Carlson expressed skepticism of the election fraud claims made on air by attorneys affiliated with President Trump and declared that he passionately hates the former president whose rise to power had been cheered by Fox in order to avoid people like Tucker having to testify or Judge Jeanine having to testify or a wide variety of other Fox News hosts having to testify. Fox News instead decided to, and this would be Rupert Murdoch, decided to sign an $800 million check to Dominion. But according to the Washington Post, it wasn't those comments that were so bothersome. It was Carlson's comments about Fox management, as revealed in the Dominion case, that played a role in his departure from Fox, according to a person familiar with the company's thinking. Quote, "Do the executives understand how much credibility and trust we've lost with our audience?" Carlson wrote to a colleague in a message a day after Fox, like the other media outlets, called the election for Joe Biden. This was a sentiment echoed by others at Fox in the fall of 2020, as even network officials who disbelieved Trump's election fraud conspiracy theories fretted that countering them strongly would alienate their conservative viewers. So in other words, a lot of the Fox News executives were looking at the fact that Tucker really didn't believe a lot of the things that were being alleged by Sidney Powell and Trump's legal team, but also was deeply worried about how that was going to play with the Fox News audience and all that had now come out. In another message, Carlson referred to management with an expletive, quote, "Those efforts are destroying our credibility." He later wrote, "A combination of incompetent liberals and top leadership with too much pride to back down is what is happening." Carlson did not have a farewell show, obviously. So this is theory number one, is that this was the natural after effect of the Dominion lawsuit, that basically everybody who is involved in any sort of credibility giving to the election fraud narrative is now going to be on the line. And to back that theory, you have the fact that Fox News also parted ways with Dan Bongino just last week. Now, Dan Bongino, of course, had been very vocal in his support not only for President Trump, but also had wanted to do an interview a couple of years ago in which Trump actually aired his grievances about the election. The Fox News brass cut the interview, and Dan actually went on the air, and he said, "You shouldn't cut the interview with the former president of the United States. He's the former president of the United States." It was just a few days ago that Fox News parted ways with Bongino.
I don't know how Dan Bongino got clapped, but I thought it was literally because of contract negotiations and he wanted more money. But again, I find it very odd. I don't think it's the Dominion lawsuit per se. I think it's more so what Discovery showed in the Dominion lawsuit, private communications and correspondences between Tucker Carlson and other prominent network hosts that made it seem like Tucker Carlson had a mouth on him and routinely hated them. You know what I mean? Hogs are malding. I love that. Uh-oh. Can't escape this time, you know what I'm saying? Unless she like literally fucking pulls the entire thing behind me, like the rafters behind me, which would be wild.
So it's hard not to see.
I've been holding my pee in. Hey, enough, baby. Stop it. Stop it. No. I love that she thinks she makes her own rules. You know what I mean? I gotta pee. I'll fucking be back in a
Carlson's
second.
ouster in the context
Hopefully she doesn't do anything
Dan
crazy.
Bongino also being ousted as of last week. Now, that's not the only possible theory. Theory number two is that there are ancillary issues that we actually are only now becoming aware of. According to the Los Angeles Times, and this would have been Steve Battaglio reporting as a staff writer over there, People familiar with the situation who are not authorized to comment publicly said the decision to fire Carlson came straight from the top from Rupert Murdoch directly. Carlson's exit is related, according to them, to the discrimination lawsuit filed by Abby Grossberg. There's another lawsuit that has been on the books. She's a producer fired by the network last month, according to certain people. Carlson's senior executive producer, Justin Wells, has also been terminated, according to people familiar with the matter. So what exactly was in that particular lawsuit? A bunch of allegations were in that particular lawsuit. None of them particularly pretty. According to Yahoo News, just about a month ago, that discrimination lawsuit included allegations that constant bullying and gaslighting caused the producer so much stress and anxiety, her stomach ulcers flared up and she was in excruciating pain, and that she'd been discriminated against based on gender, religion, and disability. Discovery may have uncovered other ugly messages, perhaps. Maybe this is what Fox News was worried about. The network said in a statement, Fox News Media engaged an independent outside counsel to immediately investigate the concerns raised by Ms. Grossberg, which were made following a critical performance review. Grossberg's complaint contains allegations that Fox's lawyers pressured her to provide misleading testimony in the Dominion voting claim. Fox News says her allegations in connection with the Dominion case are baseless. We will vigorously defend Fox against all of her legal claims, which have no merit. So again, the allegation here is that a former Tucker producer was alleging anti-Semitism and sexism, and maybe this had some legal ramifications. So that is theory number 2, is that it was sort of ancillary issues, that producer's lawsuit. Another possibility was that the network was very upset with the possibility of additional legal liability created, they think, by Tucker Carlson. For example, Ray Epps, who you'll recall from Tucker's show, he was a Texas man who, the day before the actual storming of the Capitol building, urged people to enter the Capitol building. There are a lot of people on the right who've suggested.
She's crying and trying to run away because I left her alone with Ben Shapiro. Give her some lab time while she's small. I do. I'm just not going to do it right now because she's crying. I'll do it in a little bit. I know she's crying. I can hear her as I was peeing. And she's just bored, chat. That's what it is. She's just fucking bored. And she woke up. She's done with her sleepy time. So now it's like, I'm fucking bored. I'm gonna cause a commotion here. I'm gonna try to get out. I don't know where she's gonna go if she can get out of that situation. I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know where she thinks she's gonna go. You have to have a conversation with her so she understands her behavior is unreasonable. Hopefully she will understand the error of her ways. Yeah, I mean, this happened yesterday too, around this time. I ate, and then she woke up, and she was like, oh, fuck this shit. I am literally locked in here. Fuck you. Free my people. But it'll be okay for now. I'm gonna finish this food and then I'll take care of her. Hopefully she'll stop crying a little bit as well. I'm gonna debate her into stopping the crying.
That he was some sort of FBI plant. And Epps was interviewed Sunday on 60 Minutes. He suggested that Tucker had targeted him. Maybe Fox News didn't want to be hit with another lawsuit. That's quite possible after having suffered an $800 million settlement, which is actually the largest media settlement in American history so far as we are aware. Again, that is a possibility as well. There's also talk about the possibility that the network was upset about Tucker's coverage of January 6th. Tucker had done a special not all that long ago. We covered some of Tucker's allegations in the special. For example, the fact that the so-called buffalo horned man, whatever his name was, QAnon shaman, that he was walking around the building shadowed by a bunch of cops. And that looked kind of different than the idea that he was kind of running around the building threatening people physically and all of this. And Tucker had sort of downplayed the nature of January 6th. Maybe the brass didn't like that very much. But what this all comes down to is it looks as though Fox News is quote unquote cleaning house. And that can be, for bad. There are a lot of people who not only love Tucker, but also think that Tucker says things that other people won't, which is true. Tucker does say things that other people won't. You can see a fundamental divide has emerged, obviously, inside the Fox Corporation, and that was pretty clear from what members of the Fox News brass were saying during election 2020. There's a pretty clear divide.
Ben is such a pussy because, like he doesn't believe half the shit Tucker Carlson says either about, like, January 6th and whatnot. But he has to, like, make it seem as though, maybe the Fox News brass thought that it was ludicrous. We covered it before. It's like, fuck you, dude. You're such a fucking dickhead.
Between some of the top brass, that'd be Rupert Murdoch, maybe Lachlan Murdoch, Paul Ryan, Via Din, some of the other people who are sort of at the top of the Fox brass, and some of the other people who are again near the top, more sympathetic to the perspectives of the hosts who, for example, did not want Arizona called in favor of Joe Biden. That had been Suzanne Scott and Jay Wallace, for example. We'll get to that momentarily. First, in the past year, Israel has faced over 5,000 terror attacks. There was one just yesterday in Jerusalem. 28 Israelis have lost their lives. Hundreds of others.
What? Israel Children's Fund? What the fuck? Only to then move on to some fucking pillow ad? Bro, this is a worse segue than my top of the hour ad breaks, okay? You can never give me anything lower than a fucking 9 out of 10 after seeing how absolutely unhinged that one was. Also, what a weird thing to raise money for. He's raising money for the Israeli children? Like not for the Palestinians, of course. He would never do that. But he's raising funds for the Israeli children hurt by rocket attacks. What's wrong with that? It's just odd that there is such a 501 NGO that focuses on that. I'm willing to bet it's not a fund for actual rocket attacks against Israeli children, and instead probably some settler fund or, Ben is just farming his evangelical voter base. Let's be real. The Israeli children have to witness Palestinian children be brutalized. Think of the Israeli children's poor eyes. Wait, let's take a look. I want to see more about this fucking fund that he's... A brighter future for the children of Israel. It all began when David Rubin, former mayor of Shiloh, Israel, was attacked by Islamic terrorists. His car showered with bullets. And it was a miracle that he was able to make it to the closest community up the road. David's 3-year-old son was in the car with him. Wait, where was he when this happened? Our mission is to heal the trauma of children who are victims of terror, resulting in a brighter future for the children of Heartland Israel. Huh. Oh, so it is actually a fucking settler terrorist fund. Okay, got it. Nice, dude. Sick. Yeah. Finally, we're helping the true victims of Israeli settler terrorism, which are the Israeli settler terrorists. Do you understand now why I have a little bit of disdain for this sort of thing, this particular thing, chatter, who was asking, what's wrong with that? Anyway. New Navy SEAL hog drama. Unhinged attacks on the Navy SEAL community. Oh my God, there's so much dumb shit. All right, let's continue.
Okay, so if you look back at viewers, the text of Rupert Murdoch at the time with Tucker on Monday morning, of the various members of sort of the Fox News brass, they had very different opinions on sort of what was happening in 2020. And a lot of what seems like happened with Tucker on Monday morning seems like it was fallout from 2020 just late and as a result of the Dominion judgment. So, for example, if you look at the text of Rupert Murdoch at the time, he texted Suzanne Scott, who's the CEO of Fox News, January 21st, 2021, saying, still getting mud thrown to us. Maybe Sean and Laura went too far. All very well for Sean to tell you who's in despair about Trump, but what did he tell his viewers? So Murdoch apparently was not happy with the behavior of some of the hosts with regard to the division between what they were saying to the viewers and what they were saying sort of behind the scenes. Lachlan Murdoch, who is the Fox Corps CEO, and Rupert...
Like, Mr. fucking intellectual honesty and integrity here. If he was ever, like, even had an ounce of fucking seriousness, a bone in his body that was, like, legit, he would not be covering this particular subject matter in the way that he is. It's insane to me that he, like, very clearly was, like, lying to the public about his true personal opinion. And Ben has, like, not even fucking addressed it. You want to know why? Because that's what being a conservative commentator is. That's a good conservative commentator. That is precisely the reason why Ben can't shit on him, possibly because he wants a contract for him. down the line. Anyone who doesn't recognize how impressive it is that I am able to perfectly track where Kaya is going nonstop while giving you perfect political commentary on issues in real time, I don't know what to tell you, okay? Yeah. Let's keep going.
He said news guys have to be careful how they cover this rally. The narrative should be this is a huge celebration of the president. That was a message that he sent to Suzanne Scott November 14th, 2020 about coverage of a Trump rally in which two Fox journalists had contradicted election fraud claims. Paul Ryan also suggested that the 2020 election coverage was an inflection point for the company and a chance for people to tell the truth about what they actually thought about the election fraud claims. Meanwhile, Suzanne Scott took the position that there were reporters who had not gone along with some of the election fraud claims, and that she was skeptical that this would not harm them with the audience. But I can't keep defending these reporters who don't understand our viewers and how to handle stories. The audience feels like we crapped on them. We've damaged their trust and belief in us. We can fix this, but we can't smirk at our viewers any longer. So, again, there's all this sort of back and forth inside the network, and you can see the various points of view that were taking shape. And Tucker was at the center of that because at the same time that he said, quote, "We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights." This is January 4th, 2021. I truly can't wait. At the same time, he was obviously giving a lot of airtime to members of Trump's campaign, including people like Sidney Powell. Now, again, it was a very confused time. Fox didn't take a particularly strong line as to what it wished to see said and what it didn't wish to see said. Bottom line is that it's unclear right now whether this is simply a matter of Tucker Carlson or whether Fox News is attempting to draw some new lines about how they covered the issues. Whatever the case may be, and again, I think all of these points of view are arguable. Whatever the case may be, Tucker was a major asset to Fox News. It's not going to be so easy to fill that time slot. That is a very difficult time slot to fill. Again, he was the number one host in prime time for Fox News. Now, there are people who are immediately chortling over the impact of this. The New York Times has been chortling over the impact of this, suggesting that Fox News is in serious trouble or that Tucker's in serious trouble. The truth is both will go on to success in their various areas of endeavor. This is not the first rodeo for Fox News. Fox News fired Bill O'Reilly back when he had about 3.7 million viewers a night. Tucker has about 2.9 million viewers a night. Bill O'Reilly went on to make a lot of money in other endeavors, and Fox News went on to, continue to be wildly.
No, we didn't. Bill O'Reilly is not even a thing now. He's gone. Why did they fire Bill O'Reilly, Ben? You got a take on that one? I would love to hear what Bill O'Reilly did.
Successful. Fox News has parted ways in the past with some friends of mine, people like Glenn Beck, people like Megyn Kelly. Again, those are all business decisions, and Fox News went on to continue to have wide-ranging viewership. But you can see a lot of people, of course, very angry and very upset about Tucker Carlson being ousted from Fox News, and that is a direct response to the fact that Tucker, again, is an incredibly compelling performer. He is somebody who has a unique point of view on politics, and I don't agree with Tucker a lot. There are times I've talked about on the show where I strenuously disagree with Tucker. If you want to see some other times where I strenuously disagree with Tucker, all you have to do is watch the Sunday special episode I did with him where we disagreed on everything from foreign policy to government interventionism in the American economy. He, for example, thinks the government should intervene strongly in the American economy, give subsidies, prevent technological developments in order to preserve certain types of jobs. I don't think that. But whatever Tucker is, he is certainly a compelling presence. And he does, when it comes to social issues particularly, have an extraordinary amount of moral clarity. And it'll be interesting to see how Fox News tries to, they try to fill that gap. So when I say that the left is celebrating Tucker Carlson being fired from Fox News, I mean literally celebrating by doing the wave. So the intellectual luminaries over at The View led the charge here. Again, combined IQ lower than the pen I currently hold.
Oh my God, I fucking forgot to run the top of the hour ad break after saying I was going to run it. God damn it, Ben Shapiro and the... Whoa, where are you going? Bro, she's literally like fucking shit up. She's like, I'm so bored. You are no content. You are not entertaining me. I'm a puppy. Please entertain me right now or I will start wrecking shit in here, okay? Like, where are you going? What are you doing in there? Oh, she's trying to escape through that. No. Oh, God. Oh, God, she's so fucking smart. Jesus Christ. Where are you going to go? There's a fucking door right there. The door's closed. Where are you going to go? The door's closed. Huh. No. Hey, come here. He's bored. Raise your child. Set up an iPad with XCC on it. She'll love it. Yeah. No,
in
she's
my
gonna
hand.
get bored
if it were
of
possible
my
to have negative
chest
IQ
as
points,
well.
the View would
soon.
somehow achieve that signal feed. Here's what it looked like on The View when they found out that Tucker had been let go.
Word has just come down that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. They thank him for his service to the network and hosted a prior contributor. Wave.
Now they're doing the wave. They're literally doing the wave right now. That's the first time some of these people have stood up in at least 11 years. So that is very exciting. So yeah, great stuff there from those people. By the way, they're very excited about a network they never watch. They're really, really excited about it. Like, if somebody got fired on MSNBC, a network I never watch, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, that's amazing. I'd be like,
okay, first of all, the reason why people are excited about Tucker Carlson is getting fired from Fox News is because he's like a uniquely fucking damaging propagandist. That's it. That's the reason why. And also, I do watch Tucker Carlson a lot, so I can't speak on The View, but I do watch Tucker Carlson a lot, and he pisses me off a lot. So I'm very excited at the prospect of like not having to fucking watch Tucker Carlson and lose my goddamn mind.
I never watch that network. I don't care. Just shows how much the left is like bewildered and confused and upset by the presence of an alternative point of view like Fox News in the first place, and certainly Tucker. CNN, of course, was very excited about all of this. CNN, Oliver Darcy, he says that the reason that Tucker was fired is because he was leading them in an extremist direction, which of course was always going to be CNN's line on this.
This raises a lot of questions about whether the network potentially is trying to at least rein in some of the more extreme people on the channel. I mean, of course, Tucker Carlson, the most extreme probably on that channel. I should also note, John, why this is so important. I mean, Tucker Carlson, outside Donald Trump, really was the person commanding the GOP, really directing it. You saw Republican lawmakers, prominent Republican lawmakers, often grovel at his feet.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, for instance, groveled at his feet, and others because they were afraid of him going on his primetime show and lashing out at them. So this is not only huge news in the world of media, but also in the world of politics. Where
Didn't both Ben and Tucker celebrate the Twitter employees getting fired? Yes, they did. They're disingenuous fucking dipshits. And also, I celebrate when people I hate get fired all the time, especially if they have a damaging, long-lasting impact on American psyche. Tucker Carlson is a perfect person to celebrate when he gets fired because his impact is softened, ultimately. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
he was really pushing the GOP in that extremist direction.
And Tucker is not going to go away here. Despite CNN really reveling in all of this, Tucker's not going to go away. I mean, there were media.
Where's he going to go? He's going to go to fucking... he's going to go to, like, what, Daily Wire, potentially? That's it. Like, is he going to go to Newsmax or OAN? The fuck is Newsmax and OAN? Like, you know what I mean?
Media rumors that Tucker might run for president. Now, I think that is a very sketchy rumor, given the fact that again, Tucker Carlson tends to be a private person. He's somebody who really enjoys his private life, and he doesn't want to see that up on a screen. I'm not sure that he wants to go head-to-head with Donald Trump, a man who has no limits when it comes to attacking his political opponents. But it is galling to watch the members of the left-wing media who've been wildly dishonest for years about Trump, about Tucker, about pretty much everybody, now kind of reveling in it. The New York Times reran a...
Yeah, he's going to start streaming on Twitch, which is the only aspect... You know what's funny about this? Tucker Carlson going on Twitch is the one job that's worse than being president as far as your own personal privacy. Okay? Becoming a Twitch streamer means opposition research is happening inside of your own community. Okay? Inside of your own audience that supposedly loves you. So that's not going to fucking happen for someone who is a traditional legacy media celebrity who's used to getting like fucking $60 million deals, sitting around doing nothing and having his fucking producers write the most racist shit for him. Okay? A lot of you don't understand that like your dance monkeys, myself, your news monkey, okay, and other content creators on this fucking platform do a job that other celebrities would never do in a fucking million years. That's why we're not celebrities. Because it's the unlimited, unfettered access that we give to all watchers, no matter how much they fucking hate us or how much they love us, and then turn into haters over the course of a long enough timeline because you misconstrued something that I said or did and misunderstood it. XG was courtside. Sounds like a celeb to me. No, you just like, we are rewarded, okay? Especially if we do like, you know, crazy fucking ad deals with casinos and whatnot. We are rewarded financially, dramatically, but it's still fucking, dude. Courtside equals celeb is the most brain dead take. Lamau. I mean, that's an XQC fan. Like, XQC himself wouldn't fucking agree with that.
Piece today titled "The Times Did an Investigation into How Tucker Carlson Stoked White Fear to Conquer Cable." This is
like the only reason why people know me outside of Twitch is because people know me outside of Twitch. It's not because I'm a Twitch streamer. You understand? You get that, right? I hope you understand that. The only reason why motherfuckers know who I am is because I was outside of Twitch. I was at the Young Turks. I did all this shit. I got prominence in mainstream circles by, you know, getting fucking, unfortunately, negative coverage. Kai is definitely a celebrity. Yes, for sure. Kai is one of the few that is like actually a celebrity. But again, not because he's popping on Twitch, okay, but because TikTok and numerous other platforms.
of course, is their routine. Is that anybody they don't like is a white supremacist. That is the way all of this works. I'll repeat it again. Tucker's an immensely talented guy. He's going to go on to have immense success in whatever he chooses to do next. This is not the end of Fox News. It's not remotely the end of Fox News because, again, Fox News still is the prime time destination for the vast majority of America's really motivated conservatives. Is it going to harm Fox News? Certainly with Tucker's viewers, it will. But again, the kind of rule in conservative media is that Fox News continues to truck on, and ex-hosts, they continue to have second careers as well. So this is hardly the end for either of them. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show continues right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting...
Dude, Kaya is the only one who's famous in the stream worldwide, of course. Yes, I am. A lot of people are saying Kaya is a Nepo baby. A lot of people are saying Kaya is a Nepo baby, and to them I say, no, that's not true. She made me, okay? Not the other way around. Kaya made me. Everybody knows this. Anyone who fucking speaks out against it is a liar. So, Ben Shapiro glazing up Tucker in the worst ways possible, possibly because maybe he wants to get Tucker on board. But there are numerous speculations surrounding why this happened. Fox News Corps Chair Rupert Murdoch reportedly removed Tucker Carlson from the air over religious remarks the host made during a Friday speech. During a speech Friday night. That stuff freaks Rupert out. He doesn't like all the spiritual talk, a source tells Gabriel Sherman. So there's that speculation. Hold on, where is it? There's that speculation. There's also Abby Grossberg's like tell-all on MSNBC. Let's take a look at some of the funny snippets. Or some of the most damaging and awful snippets, let's be real. But it's just only funny because, like, it's at Fox News. You know what I mean? Like, any other workplace, you'd be like, wow, the situation is, like, insane. But it's Fox News. Like, their forward appearance, their public appearance is exactly the same as what they're doing behind closed doors.
Where are all of those recordings now? Did Dominion ultimately get them?
I have several recordings that I'm still going through that we've recovered from all of the phones. There are 90.
Kaya is currently sitting on my lap, by the way, and eating a piece of bully chew, like a bully stick. And no, I can't lower my camera, unfortunately, but that's how I was able to get her to chill out.
We have. I don't know what Fox turned over. I do know, based on what I've read, that they did hand over those Sidney and Rudy tapes to them. Fox should have everything. They really should.
Have you been contacted by Smartmatic?
Yes.
And you've shared all the Otter recordings with them or whatever?
I've been subpoenaed. We haven't shared anything yet.
Haven't begun the discovery process. Where are all of those recordings now? Did Dominion ultimately get them?
I have several recordings that I'm still going through.
I work in an animal shelter and we spay neuter dogs at 8 weeks old. They have to be 8 weeks old and weigh 2 pounds. Same for kittens. I don't personally agree 8 weeks is old enough for the surgery, but it's a common practice certified by West, so it's not cruel. Spaying between 5 to 6 months, 7 months is best because once they have their third heat cycle, the rate of cancer, mammary tumors specifically, skyrockets. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Random Twitch chatter. Thank you for your unsolicited advice. I will instead go and I don't know, listen to my veterinarian. Seems like that's probably a better idea instead of listening to the random unsolicited advice of Twitch chat. Yeah. Part of it is because you want to make sure that big breeds like this one are properly taken care of and only spayed or neutered after they have fully developed in order to avoid hip dysplasia and numerous other joint complications that come from being big fucking dogs. I know this because I neutered my big fucking dog, a pit bull, at 1.5 years. I waited for a year, maybe a little bit over a year if I'm not mistaken, to neuter him because I wanted to make sure that he developed. Just like I want to make sure that she develops properly. Whoa. Oh, she seems a little bored of this, I think. Okay. Tucker talking about how the media controlled him.